What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Old Soul J. You know how we get down, man. We about to react to another video. Now, this one has been going viral, or I've seen so many clips of this, and I had to react to it. So, family, what we're reacting to today is Beat-L, 1014, and 607 Unk. And apparently what they're talking about is the Demiurge and Beyond 5D. Well, I think Beyond 5D is the actual channel, like the guy who's hosting it or the guy who's like the mediator or something. I'm not too sure, but based on the clips, I think the guy is like the mediator or something like that, because he usually like does interviews and podcasts. But this is on Beat-L's channel. Now, if you guys are familiar with the conscious community, Beat-L is a popular name, and 607 Unk is also a popular name, and there's a lot of controversy behind this man. Now look, I'm not saying this is true, but word on the street, word in the community, you know what I'm saying, word amongst some others, some people think 607 is a plant just because of the way he expresses himself. I'm not saying that's true. I don't know. And I don't really have an opinion on it, or my opinion wouldn't be very credible, because I actually only seen clips of 607 Unk that's popped up on my feed. I never watched a video. I never really dived deep. Now Beat-L, though, I haven't seen a lot of him either, though. But I know from the clips I've seen, they gon', and you can tell by the title too, talking about the Demiurge itself, they gonna really get deep. You feel what I'm saying? So we in for a good one tonight, y'all. Let's get into it. Just look at him. Bro, hold on, y'all. Just look at 607's on the right side. Beat-L is on the left side. We gonna see. I don't know how this is supposed to be set up. I just got a good feeling about this video. I feel like it's gonna be very insightful and also very entertaining. You feel me? So let's get into it.
Let me unmute everybody. Let me add everybody to the stage real quick. Salute, ladies and gentlemen. We back with another transmission. And today we got 607 from St. Louis. And we got my boy Beyond 5D. And we're going to be breaking down the metaphysical instrumentation about the Demiurge. We're going to get into that today, ladies and gentlemen. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe.
I'm not going to lie to you. So one thing, if y'all don't know something about Beat-L, he has a very high vocabulary, or very he uses a lot of big words, and because he just said that instrumentation, I ain't never heard anybody say that. I could guess from context what that means. To be honest, I'm about to look that up on my phone. Like, I ain't never heard anybody say instrumentation. No disrespect to Beat-L, but he could have said that a lot simpler. He didn't have to say. But hey, some people, they just have an extensive vocabulary and they talk how they talk. That's the word I was looking for. Beat-L, if you don't know him, he has a very extensive vocabulary and he uses a lot of big words and he talks really fast, right? But I mean, that's a good thing though. It is a good thing. And I'm just joking. But the particular instruments used in a piece of music, the manner in which a piece is arranged for instruments, measuring instruments regarded. Okay, so I guess he didn't mean that literal, but we get what he means.
Hit that share button, because it's gonna be one of those videos that's gonna give you the information that you need. So we finna get into it. A lot of people, they don't understand the perceptual reality that's based on the Demiurge. So what is your perspective on the Demiurge?
Me?
Yeah, yes, you, yeah.
So I gotta be honest, a lot of people wanna put everything external, right? I want a person to understand that everything is internal, everything comes from within. So when you ask me about the Demiurge, I gotta tell you it's me, right? A lot of people don't know, because everybody wanna accept the fact that they God, but nobody wanna accept the fact that they're the devil too, right? And that's the reality of it, right? The whole thing is you have to align the two, and you got to balance the two. But you can't run from neither.
Right.
That shadow. We all have a shadow self.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Demiurge is me. The Demiurge, when you look at it, was created by Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
The Demiurge is a miscarriage, right? Because it takes a positive and a negative to create. Sophia chose to create the Demiurge without the infinite creator. So therefore, the Demiurge was flawed from the beginning. I've been flawed from the beginning, gang. I was born dead.
Mm. See, there's a misconception when it comes to the demiurge because the demiurge is acclimated to the ego, which is actually an emotion. Your emotions is connected to the dualistic energies of the moon, which is controlled by the matrix system. So that's why Saturn works in conjunction with the moon. That's why they call it the Saturn-Moon matrix. Because who is the god of Saturn? Who is Kronos? Right. Kronos is also Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth is the archon above Abraxas, right? And Yaldabaoth is also the personification of Yahweh, who is Enlil, which means agreeable and disagreeable. Right? Listen, I ain't with knowledge.
Whoa, what do you mean you're not with knowledge? And he just cut him off when my boy was cooking just now. B-Dell was just cooking. Like really giving you a great breakdown. Ah, man, I'm already starting to see why people saying what they saying. I listen. I don't know, man. I don't want to influence anybody to assassinate this man's name or character, 607. You know, because I'm referring to when I said earlier that some people say, you know, he might be a plant, but that right there was just a red flag for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. But listen though, we're not gonna come into this picking sides or nothing like that. You feel me? Because 607 was saying some real shit just now. You know what I'm saying? It's just that response he said to B-Dell just threw me all the way off. I already could kind of tell where he about to go with that. I'm not with knowledge type of thing. But bro, everything is knowledge. So this is that little... Let's keep watching.
See, there's a misconception when it comes to the demiurge because the demiurge is acclimated to the ego, which is actually an emotion. Your emotions is connected to the dualistic energies of the moon, which is controlled by the matrix system. So that's why Saturn works in conjunction with the moon. That's why they call it the Saturn-Moon matrix. Because who is the god of Saturn? Who is Kronos? Right. Kronos is also Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth is the archon above Abraxas, right? And Yaldabaoth is also the personification of Yahweh, who is Enlil, which means agreeable and disagreeable. Right? Listen, I ain't with knowledge. I don't give a fuck about knowledge. I don't care about who is smart. I don't care about putting names and with actions and stuff like that. Keeping it real from my standpoint, gang. Okay. I don't care about that. The people should care about that neither. Everything is eternal. Everything is a mind. The whole thing is consciousness.
Look at B-Dell's face, bro. Hold on. Look at him. He's like... He had to keep his composure here, guys. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna lie. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. And we 4 minutes and 18 seconds into the video. You see what type of time Unc is on. This is my first time actually watching one of his videos for real. You feel me?
Let's just break it down so people understand. You don't have karma. Your life is an echo. Your last move keep echoing until you stop it. Let's just tell people the truth. Let's stop hiding with these big ass words that they don't understand. That's not. I'm not using big words, but in order to raise it, I'm using big ass words, big ass stories. But listen. But
Yo, bro. Why he so staticky? Why he so ratchet?
Not using big words, but in order to raise it, I'm using big ass words, big ass stories. But listen. But don't fuck about gang. No, I'm not gonna listen to that shit. Right? Don't nobody care about the big names and the big words. Don't nobody care about that. Yes, they do. Don't nobody care, gang. You gotta sound too smart.
Let's take turns.
Oh, good. I'm gonna tell you. No, listen.
Come on, Unc. Be professional, man. Be professional.
Let's take turns. Let's take turns.
Oh, it's good. I'm gonna tell you. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you. No,
Too
listen.
smart.
That's not my problem.
You're too smart.
No, listen.
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. The energy he coming with is insane. He bringing a lot of ignorance. He bringing a lot of chaos. Listen, this video is not to bash 607, man, but I'm gonna just call it how I see it. And I'm seeing what people are saying, why they saying that. You feel me? We just get into it though.
Bro, listen. You gotta listen.
Man, you smart.
No, listen. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a high vibrational.
Everything wrong with smart. Because true knowledge is came from the cosmos. When you get your knowledge from the cosmos, you don't need smart. Knowledge is downloaded. Smart is a cycle that's reversed, that play in your head, that keep on going. Nigga, throw that old shit away.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's important for our people to get in.
Yo, look at Astro Eye, man. Beyond 5D over here on the bottom. He is so calm, bro. It don't even seem like we watching the same thing.
It's not important for you to be
No,
a cycle.
it is
The whole
important.
thing for you to be
No,
free.
listen. No,
You
listen.
download new information every day. Every day. You need to let go of that shit and download new information every day. Let that old cycle go. That's like same thing holding on to the church. Holding on to them old ass stories. That shit don't make no sense. You need to hold on. Brain is consciousness. Information is here. It's here. It's consciousness. You inhale it. You don't need to learn all this bullshit.
It's not. I'm gonna tell you why we need to learn connotative linguistics.
I learned nothing.
No, yes, it is because the words are spelled. So how you gonna break the spell if your ass don't understand the words?
You have to
How you
remember.
gonna break the spell
You
if
have
you
to
don't understand the
remember.
words?
You have to remember. The knowledge is tampered with. Listen to me, gang. The knowledge. Listen. The food is under attack. The knowledge is under attack. You cannot get the knowledge from their books. You can't get it from their YouTube. You gotta get it from the cosmos. Everything is under attack. That's the part you don't get. But
So that's why I said you gotta understand. No,
Anunnaki that you talk about, they put the information here. It's in your skin, nigga. All you gotta do is activate. And you activate it by activating your higher self. By the old man, by watching what to eat, not eating their poison. You activate your knowledge. You don't fucking read.
it has nothing
Yo, Unc is wildin'. He's wildin'.
to reading, but like I said, in order to escape the matrix, you gotta use the shit in order to get
No,
out.
you don't. You
Yes,
gotta sit in silence and peace and darkness and blackness. And the information will come to you.
No, everybody don't have the same neurological
Yes,
format in order to step into those energies.
fuck neurological. Fuck. What
You
the
need
fuck
to
does
see-
neurological mean? Don't nobody know what that means. Don't nobody know what that means.
Hey, first of all, you gotta learn how to have a civil conversation.
Dang,
So I'll let
you
you
gotta
talk
learn how
and
to stop
you
using
let
the
me
big
talk.
ass words.
I'll let you talk and you let me talk.
Stop using the big ass words, then.
I'm not using no big words. It's not big words
Don't
to me.
nobody know what that shit means.
That
you
means
confused
you gotta
me.
raise up your consciousness. You
They don't
gotta
know
raise
what
up
that
your
means.
knowledge.
No. You
No.
can't listen.
So this is the thing,
How you
though.
gonna ask how you gonna ask a dog that's been a dog forever, right, to be something other than a dog, right? But what you can do is this. All them words, all that knowledge is no language. The language is this. This is what you heard. It's vibration, frequency. Your mind perceives that as a language or as a word. There's no words to be said, right?
No.
So listen. So when you give me some money,
Yo, oh my God, when he let B-Dell talk? This man is funny though, I'll give him that. 607 is funny, but this is not good. This is not, I'm not.
and you tell me to talk, and you tell me to give my input, I'm gonna get the truth. I'm not gonna get on here and try to sound smart, try to sound intelligent.
No, it's not about trying to sound smart or intelligent, bro. We have to understand that the spell was acclimated to the words. In order to understand the words, you gotta break down the words. You gotta break down connotative linguistics. You gotta break down.
You can't put me for that smart shit.
You gotta break
Niggas
down.
ain't
You gotta break
smart.
down the words because the spell of the words is connected to the moon.
You gotta remember who you talking
The
about.
moon is what controls the demi-earth.
Jesus said you need the milk first. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
Man, my boy Unc really, he testing B-Dell. Spirit is testing you. The dark forces is testing you right now. Not saying 607 uncles from the dark forces, but bro, take a deep breath, B-Dell. Deep breath into your stomach, brother.
You need the milk first. So when I'm saying all the words.
What is, bro? What's my boy Beyond 5D or Astro Eye? What's he doing? Is he isn't he supposed to be the mediator?
All the information is in the cosmos. Let me teach you something. All the information is in the cosmos. It's embedded in your skin. All the shit you talking about, Anunnaki, all the shit you talking about, they put codes in your skin.
We know that.
The knowledge you talking about has been tampered with, gang.
We know that.
It's
I talk about it on my channel all the time. We know that already.
So
You're not telling nothing different, bro. I'm just telling you, you're not telling nobody nothing different. We already know this on this channel. But what I'm saying is, the spell was connected to the words. So in order to break the spell, you got to break down the words.
The spell is connected to the emotion. There's no word. The spell is connected to the emotion. The emotional attraction is what makes you get it. The money, the spell on the money is in the emotion. What makes you go for it. When you disattach the emotion, you disattach the spell. Gang, the spell, each emotion that's in your body, them are different frequencies, different things that them people attach to them.
See, bro, this is why we gotta stop. See, this is why scholarship is important. You can't just say shit without no evidence behind it.
This true. This truth. This truth. This attachments. Listen. Attachments is what this spell attached to. You saying words? No, it's the attachments of you feeling you want it. You put it over you. You making it better. Listen, the attachment to money is the problem. The money not the problem. The Bible says the love of money, right? Everybody took the love out. They say money is the root of all evil. But it says the love is the emotion. Right? It's the emotion that is the problem. It's not the actual thing. See, money is good, right? I love money. I'm rich, right? But I don't do everything for money because I'm not emotionally attached to money. If I lose money today, I just lose it.
So, but I disagree with that because when you get to the inception of time, it wasn't no motherfucking money.
There's no such thing as time.
No. Yes, it is.
No, time is linear. Time was invented. Time was invented to watch the sun, the moon. They use it on you. Time is linear. There's no past or no future, right? Life is moment to moment. Every moment creates a reality, right? This moment that we're in right now is one moment. My next decision create my next moment, which you call a future. But life is a whole bunch of pieces of moments. It's like a whole bunch of still shots because it's not actually happening. So what I'm saying is that time is linear. It doesn't exist. So if you know that you exist in different parallel universes at the same time, that's how you know time. But if you put
Excuse me, y'all. He's speaking some facts right now, but he's moving the goalposts. I ain't gonna lie. This is something that some people do sometimes where, because you see how he's responding to or addressing something and then he starts going into something else. And it's like you can't, like, you just drop in little widely known, at least amongst the conscious community, information to throw off your behavior. It's all, laughs and giggles when, he's being all crazy and stuff. But really and truly, like, can we at least let the other man speak? This is going to be those sad, like, you need to learn how to have a civil conversation. Because I ain't going to lie. We 11 minutes in, and 607 is not letting him talk at all. So, I'm not going to be able to go this whole video with this kind of behavior. I ain't going to lie. I have a short tolerance for ignorance, for real. So, like, it's funny, but it's like, alright, it's going to get to a point where it's like, alright, brother, he got to tone it down a little bit, y'all. Because we want to hear both sides. You feel me?
Wrap your mind around time. That's the other attachment. See, they gave you time to make you die. Right?
That's a fact.
Everything they gave you was wrong. So no such thing as time.
That's a fact because that's why the God of the Bible created the firmament, because the firmament is basically the embodiment of a time capsule. That's what traps you into the fixed position reality.
I love you. We agree.
Okay.
I love you.
All right, so let's start the show, family. You know, we got us some questions to headline this. You know, so one of the first questions we're gonna ask, I'm gonna have B-Dale go first. You know, for this question, I'm gonna have 607 go first. So 607 who is Abraxas to you? And then I'm gonna have B-Dale answer. Because some people don't know who Abraxas is, and I know
a lot of people got a different thing. A lot of people say it's demon. A lot of people gonna say that he a different thing. But for me, see, Abraxas came to me when I came knowledge of Sophia, wisdom and knowledge, understanding. So to me, he is the creation of her. Like, but he ain't male or female, right? It's like saying he a male, but it's like he doesn't create. It's like black, it's like dark. Like his attributes, which will be Sophia, right? See, that doesn't give me something to believe in outside of this devilish God on this universe that's backdoor, right? But I know that God got the same fear, like the real God got the same fear. The fear no longer exists, so he mirrored himself a whole bunch of times. Sometimes his mirror is good, sometimes his mirror is bad. And I also know that everything on life and earth is just an echo. The earth is hollow. So one echo will echo back. Like one problem, he gonna echo back to different people. It's all echoes. So to me, I'm asking the question. To me, he complete darkness. That's what he is to me. Dark.
okay. And for you, B-Dale, yeah, who's Abraxas?
Let's see if B-Dale can answer this without getting cut off.
Well,
What's your take?
Abraxas, when you get into like, Vedic, gematria, when you get into all these other, schools of thoughts, Abraxas, when you look at the chicken god, he's basically the personification of the chicken god. And the chicken god is acclimated to the Zaxby, so that's why they put out that motherfucking...
That man crazy.
He put out that KFC commercial.
He's crazy, bro. Listen, every attribute, the legs, the snake legs, all that means something. It don't mean chicken. Like,
No.
It's metaphorical.
Hey, bro, look, we gotta talk in turn, bro.
This nigga crazy, man. You gotta know what crazy nigga.
Let's be civil. But, what I'm saying, the perception of art indicates reality. So, like I said,
Crazy.
My boy Astro Eye laughing. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy here.
Therefore, the knowledge is breaking his reality because the chicken god of Abraxas is actually an archon. An archon is a ruler god. And a ruler god rules over humanity by way of their emotions. Because that's why I said they supplicate your emotions and they transmute it into a weakness. And it's acclimated to the energies of the moon. That's why everything as far as the money, moon day, monopoly, monotheistic religion, all these things is acclimated to the energies. Oh, listen. This is why... No, you ain't let me cook.
That's no
let me cook.
You ain't got no faith. I'm not doing this with you no more. You got beliefs. You lost.
That's not no belief.
You lost. Everything.
Bro, we don't. One thing we don't do on this channel, we don't believe in nothing.
You can't prove it though.
I prove everything on my channel.
Prove it now.
I prove everything on my channel. Prove it. I have no receipts on the
thing.
Prove it. I don't have the presentation.
You try to be physical and spiritual at the same time. You just said the chicken ass meant the chicken. You try to be physical and spiritual at the same time.
It's the same thing.
You can't do that. You got to it's a 3D, 4D, or 5D reality. Which one you live in?
So symbolism don't mean nothing?
Listen, it means everything.
Symbolism don't mean nothing?
But it doesn't
symbolism don't mean nothing?
That it means. That's what they did with the Bible. See, they changed the meaning. You try to make this shit all sound so smart, like you got all the smart, and you know it's just as simple as everything. You know how simple it is, but you try to make it sound smart.
No. This because
he was listening, gang. He got to do people. So he can sound smart in the town.
I'm gonna tell you why. The reason you gotta show credence to the Scottish. You gotta show
smart.
Because we ain't trying to be gangsters and rappers no more. We want to be smart.
Bro, you can't.
We want to be smart. We want to be game bangers, and we don't want to be painting our nails.
Listen, you want to be smart. You want to be smart. So what if I tell you? You can't be smart. What if I tell you only get down low?
Hey, what's the difference between being intelligent and smart?
You can't. The brain don't have ability to be smart.
See, all right, look, I'm gonna ask you, what is the demiurge? What is
gang?
The
brain doesn't have the ability.
What does it mean?
Smart. Since you so smart.
Okay.
Since you so smart.
All right.
The brain is a downloader, is a receiver. It plays back certain shit. It has not ability to be smart. Smart is made up.
We know that already.
But you just keep on saying you want to be smart.
We already know there's a diametrical difference between smart and...
you keep saying you want to be smart. You confused.
No, I did not say anything like that, bro.
You just said.
I did not say anything
You
like
said we don't want to be intelligent.
Well, you know what I mean. I was using it for contextual purposes.
Yes, you
we
fake.
don't want to be stupid no more. You want everything to be dumbed down, but we got to raise our
You
vibrations.
faking.
Environment, bro.
You faking.
How am I faking?
You coming back in another body. Because you faking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. What does the demiurge mean? You can't just come on internet and just be saying stuff.
Bro, the demiurge is you and me. Is anybody living with ego? The demiurge is the fucking ego. What don't you get?
I already know that.
So why don't you say that? Why you saying all these stories about all these bullshit current shit? Why you don't tell people the
Because you gotta break down every school of thought.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like 607 came in with the idea already. He had to come in offensive. You feel me? Like on the offense and all this. Cause look, the loudest person in the room ain't always winning the debate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just be loud. They be loud and proud. You feel me? So he came in like, all right. Cause he dealing with a real metaphysician. You feel me? So in order for him to not seem like he's outclassed or for him to not be like exposed, he gotta come in crazy. You know what I'm saying? He gotta come in like he gotta attack B-Dell's information and B-Dell's delivery to distract you from the way he's portraying himself, but also to already draw first blood in a way. Like I'm sure B-Dell didn't come into this thinking, all right, I'm about to debate. Like this wasn't set up to be a debate, I don't think. But 607 looked at it like that and came that way because even if it's not a debate, if you have multiple guests answering the same questions, anybody watching is already gonna have a thought, an initial thought, or just naturally gonna sway towards who they feel like did a better job answering the questions or who gave better information, who just answered the questions better, whatever. So, because I've watched different podcasts and things like that in this nature, usually, they're a lot more civil and they let each other talk and it's not set up as a debate. They're not going at each other, they're just answering the question. But it's natural for you to think after watching it, oh, this person was better at answering the question. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a natural thing. So in order for 607 to not be outclassed in a way, he had to turn it into a debate so where he could win the shouting battle. That's what I'm seeing. Mind you, I've never really watched either of these guys. I've seen very few of B-Dell. Honestly, I've really probably seen like 2 of his videos. I've seen clips of him, of course. 607, I've never watched one of his actual videos, but I've seen clips of him, of course. So I came on here unbiased. It's not like I'm really a follower of either of these men. This is what I'm seeing so far, though, guys. Because really and truly, they're both speaking a lot of facts right now. But 607's delivery is just so ignorant. I mean, because I feel like there's a better word. Just uncivil. And it automatically makes the average mind see or paint a picture around what he's representing. He's not representing consciousness, the conscious community or just conscious topics. Well, he's not. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. This might be a flaw of mine, but I cannot contain the truth when I'm seeing something. Because I'm not trying to make no enemies, or this is just what I'm seeing.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. We break down shit on this channel. We don't just say stuff.
Give them the tools. You want to feel smart.
We don't just say stuff.
You want to feel smart.
No, it's not about feel. I know I'm smart, bro. It's no question.
There you go. Ain't no such thing as smart.
We already know. We already know that.
There's no such thing as smart.
We know that.
Let's get over so I can go with. Listen, this 18 minutes we all don't even count. Ask our straight questions. Let me get this shit over with. He lost.
All right. Okay. So 607, you believe that you know about the vaccines. That's your guy. B-Dell feels like he's a chicken guy. All right.
Listen, I didn't answer my question.
He's your guy.
No, let me answer my question. Let me answer the question. It was my time.
Okay. Give 607. Give B-Dell 2 minutes. Give him 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, let me go, because he know I'm gonna expose him.
That's what I just said. This the truth. B-Dell was trying to refrain himself. You know what I mean? Because you're not trying to be confrontational. Even though it's very hard not to be confrontational if he's entertaining somebody that's being very confrontational. But like I just said, he knows. I just called it, y'all. He knows that he's gonna get exposed, so he's coming in confrontational. Because if not, he's just people gonna leave this video like, oh nah, 607's a fraud. You know what I'm saying? But to the ignorant mind that may be just getting into consciousness and awareness, they may look at this and think, oh nah, 607 speaking facts, like B-Dell's over here trying to be smart, blah blah blah. Nah, man, like you don't gotta say it. And I said in the beginning of the video, B-Dell got a very extensive vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean what he's speaking ain't real. And you gotta appreciate when people break things down for you. That's why I do my presentations. Sometimes you just gotta really break it down for people, right? Instead of just saying stuff. Sometimes, you feel me? But you know, even if 607 though, I understand though, you don't have to articulate yourself in that manner to drop valuable knowledge. That is true. But to attack him is like, we see what it is.
It's just 2 minutes.
I'm about to mute you. Hold on, this is debate or something?
No, don't mute him. This ain't 2 minutes.
Debate, I kill niggas.
We don't debate.
I don't go back and forth with words. I kill shit. I don't play these kind of games. If you interview me to talk, let me get my shit. I'm not gonna go back and forth with no lost ass nigga. I kill niggas. I don't play nobody.
I go back and forth.
If you put me in clarification about the fucking debate, it was a fucking debate. If you put me for a fucking debate, it costs more.
Bro, you don't want to debate with me.
You lost.
Because I can prove everything I'm talking about. I can prove everything I'm talking about.
Family, did he just say I kill? I'm not even gonna refrain from saying it. This man is a plant. Hold on. 607 Unk is a plant. I heard it. But you heard me in the beginning of the video. I said my opinion ain't really valid because I ain't really watch him. So I would just be regurgitating what I heard. I've watched him for 20 minutes now. I just watched him for 20 minutes. He's a plant. You want to talk about consciousness? He's carrying himself like that. He's talking like that on a nah, gang. I'ma just tell the truth, gang. That man is a plant 1000%. You just because you speaking a whole bunch of information, that's why I said that's popular in the conscious community, that don't make you conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like some people be frauds. He a plant. You heard what he just said? He said I kill niggas. I don't want to curse on my channel. I don't like cursing on my channel, but he like I kill. You heard what he said, man. You serious? I'm so surprised that the video is as long as it is. That B-Dell actually stayed and entertained it. I mean, maybe because he got an obligation. You know, you don't know the ins and outs. You don't know the background. You don't know if he got paid. I mean, it is on his channel, so we don't know. But I seen what I needed to see in terms of whether it's true he a plan or not. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I can prove everything I'm talking about.
lost.
I can prove everything I'm talking about.
You lost.
I can prove everything I'm talking about.
We don't even know. You don't even know the fact that he's God. You answer the question to call him God. You lost.
No, hey, I'm about to mute you because you talking too much. You gotta let me. You gotta speak in turn.
Well, fuck you. I'm off.
Hey.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
I mean, we can still show with
Yeah. We plan to still keep going. You know, we didn't really know how 607 Unk's reaction was going to be towards this because we know that, you know, B-Dell is a little bit more political, you know, a little bit more conservative. We know 607 Unk is against that. He's a little bit more, he come from the streets, come from, you know what I'm saying? So he's not as like that. So we already know even like when two people got opposite personalities, they could both be intellectual, but it's still going to create friction, you know what I'm saying? So
don't stop trying to defend that man, bro. He was out of pocket. He was out of line. Straight up. And respectfully, I mean, I get keeping him on for, you know, for the channel, for the content, you know what I mean? I would have been kicked him out though, because he was going crazy. Bad first impression for me, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real, because I in the beginning of the video, I told myself I'm gonna refrain myself from talking down or talking bad about the man. He was wilding.
No bad blood. It's just friction because two personalities. That's all it is.
The thing is that he know, and from my perspective, I feel like that he's an agent provocateur that was facilitated by the government. He used to be in the hip hop industry. You see, he's propagating that alternative lifestyle with the nails and shit. So from that perception, it's like he just gets on camera, he just says stuff, and he has no evidence to back it. He just goes on talking about Abraxas, and like, you got to understand that the great majority of the symbolism that's connected to those schools of thoughts, they have a meaning behind it. There's an esoteric meaning behind it. So that means that you have to dig deeper for the knowledge in order for people to understand it. He's talking about Abraxas. Abraxas is a ruler god that is basically below Yaldabaoth.
You heard it. You heard it. And he's not one of the people, I never knew he said this. He's not one of the people I heard that he's a plant from. I heard this from other people that's in the conscious community, you know what I'm saying? Like, a few other people. And I kept that in mind, but I seen it. And I didn't think B-Dell was going to actually say it, but yeah, y'all. Yeah.
Is Yahweh. So it's the same capabilities of when you're looking at Kemetic spirituality. So you got Set, who had a son named Maga. Maga is also a demonic entity. It's a jinn. So the same thing takes place in different schools of thoughts or whatever. So I'm not understanding what he's talking about, because when you have a ruler god over you, it stops your ability to create.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between a creator god and a ruler god. So that's why their systems of control is based on polarity, it's based on separatism, it's based on individualism. That's what's going to cultivate the ego. So that's why I'm saying, like, he don't understand, like, niggas been dumbed down for so long, is that, we have to bring about fifth dimensional knowledge in order to raise the vibration. We can't just, stick with the surface level information and having rappers that used to be in the industry coming on camera and just telling y'all stuff.
Surface level. I'm telling. That's what I say, y'all. I'm saying, like, he's saying some basic stuff. He was saying some basic stuff. Well, at least I'm not the only one who said it publicly, or like on a platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to refrain from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't know who gonna see this. I'm like clips on TikTok. You know how TikTok work. You really don't know which videos is gonna really go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to create no enemies, but in the conscious community for especially, but
because there's always a different meaning behind everything. So that's why I was saying, you got many different agencies since the inception of, from the Jim Crow era, the civil rights and all this other stuff. You had infiltration. And the infiltration started to take place with people like him. They look like us, but they not us. And he's one of those individuals. So what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, the situation, like 607, I know he's been dropping a lot of knowledge, but at the same time, he comes from a different area. He comes from, he went through a lot of stuff, in the industry and stuff like that.
Right.
So I know, another thing too, he's used to, only the camera being on him. So
right.
now it's on three people, so it's probably like, he just probably used to just only him talking. So
Nah. Ain't no excuse for how he was acting, bro. Just ain't no excuse.
Also being a teacher, you're a teacher, he's a teacher. When two teachers are together in the same, and he's talking about he's being a teacher.
He ain't no teacher, bro. Let's be real. He's not no teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was a teacher, he already knows, that the perception of art imitates reality. So why is he painting his fingernails? If you want to reach the young demographic with the information, why are you pushing that image? That's Luciferianism, for those who understand that mechanism of it and where it came from. Right? He even talks about it in Canaanite culture, they used to paint their nails. Because it was a sign of PNC. Right? And y'all listen to people like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, discernment is key. Spirituality is all about not being tricked, and a lot of people are being tricked just because he has the ability to, to create this mysticism, and he just giving you a bunch of, jargon. He don't know what he's talking about. So
we was just about to get deeper into it, but everything happens for a reason, and
he's a threat. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's cultivated by real information is gonna, people like that I'm always gonna be a threat to individuals like that. Because you know what I'm saying? Because everything is deeper than what it really is. Everything is deeper than what it is. So that's why I said, like, he's not gonna understand, the mechanics of, understanding linguistics and breaking down the etymology and know where these words come from. He's telling you that the demiurge is the ego, but he's not telling you why. Motherfuckers want to know why. Well, they want to know what's going on. You can't just be saying stuff no more. You got to show and prove. That's why I always have receipts when I do my presentations. You can't just go on the camera with your nails painted and looking in the sky and then say some fake deep shit and think that, you a prophet. It don't work like that, baby. You got to do the scholarship. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing. He's talking about not reading books. There's nothing wrong with reading books. You got to use the books as a catalyst in order to receive the download on a deeper level. Everybody get downloads, but they don't know where they come from. So when you start reading books, it's going to pull in information from the subconscious mind that's going to activate the epigenetics. Right? That's the information.
I got to watch more Be Down. Because he's speaking facts, and even some of the things he's saying, I'm learning. Hold on, let me take a second now and be studious. To be quite honest, when you study the occult, after a while, things get repetitive. But when you start hearing things, or you start finding things that's like, oh, I never heard about that before. Let me look into that. That's when it gets, you know what I'm saying? That's the best part of it.
Encoded in your DNA structure that is activated by the ancestors. And if you really look at this, from a full template, bro, it's just one of those things, bro. Like, anytime you have a high vibrational person is around a person who's trying to dumb down society or whatever, because he wants to keep it like that. We have to think at a higher frequency, bro. That's the only way we're going to get out of this, this fixed position reality.
Yeah. So basically, Abraxas is basically a chicken god, basically.
Yeah. Well, the sigil is a chicken because one thing, like, archons are really cherubim of the Bible, or 200 fallen angels, or draconians. So what they do is they use parasites as a microcosm to mimic the energy of human behavior. So this is why you need parasite cleanses when you have these new transmissions from the sun, because the microtubule from the transmission of the parasite, it connects itself to the reptilian cortex of the brain, and it basically controls the physiology of the human. It becomes a host, and it becomes a tethering system that's connected to the moon. That's why we call it the silver cord or the silver key, to where you're not able to escape the Van Allen belt. So that's what the parasites do. It locks down your DNA. It's called light code lockdown.
Yeah, I agree with that, because when I take my parasite cleanses every day, I feel my intuition gets stronger. I feel my clarity gets stronger. My mind, it's like negative thoughts just go away. And a lot of the times, a lot of my collaborators, what they'll say is, parasites also have a spiritual entity inside of them. So people think, oh, you just detoxing worms out you, but these worms they're soulless beings. They have a spiritual, like, how they say everything has a spiritual value to it. You're dealing with things that have a spirit inside of it. You know what I'm saying? So when you have parasites in you, you have demons inside of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like micro demons. So when you're doing a parasite cleanse, family, y'all are detoxing from demons, thoughts, negative thoughts like that. And if you don't got a parasite cleanse, y'all could just take some cloves. It's not about money. We just say it's always in your counter. Get some cloves, get some cayenne pepper, get some turmeric, some things like that. You just get off the store. Take it all together with some black pepper. It'll get the parasites out. It help.
Hold on.
Some black,
hold on, guys.
It's always in your counter. Get some cloves.
Let's take some notes.
It's not about money. We just say it's always in your counter. Get some cloves, get some cayenne pepper, get some
He said get some what?
Family. Y'all are detoxing from demons, thoughts, negative thoughts like that. And if you don't got a parasite cleanse, y'all could just take some cloves. It's not about money. We just say it's always in your counter. Get some cloves, get some cayenne.
Some clothes? What he say? What did he say? It's like he said clothes. Some cloves. Some cloves. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's something I need. Detoxing is. I mean, I spoke about detoxing. Like, I made a video recently talking about detoxing, like from social media and technology. And when I take detox, when I be detoxing like from food, I be fasting. But what about when I'm not fasting? I need something natural that's like that will flush me out. You feel me? So I'm just trying to get some. You know what I'm saying? I'm soaking up some game just like y'all, family.
Get some turmeric, some things like that. You just get off the store. Take it all together with some black pepper. It'll get the parasites out. It help.
He just saying a bunch of random shit though. He said things like that. What you mean? Like, we need exact ingredients, brother.
The organic ginger too, and your dog is gonna be more positive. Let's go though.
Or you can use like some chlorophyll. Chlorophyll can create like cell growth proliferation.
Yeah.
And extract those metals, because a lot of parasites that hide inside the metals and the nanotechnology that's inside genetically modified foods.
Yeah.
So it's a bugging system. And like I said, the real alien invasion is the parasites. But it's a microbiome.
Yeah. Because when I eat
the argon, they use parasites and they use it as a remote control to control humans on the planet. That's what the parasites is for.
Mm-hmm. Because when I eat sugar,
He back.
Oh, he's back. Okay, let's go back in.
They're so smart to where they stupid. Listen, I came back to say this. I only came back because I ain't no thief. I don't want to take your money. Don't you ever book me again for no debate shit, Brody. Like, I fuck with you. You always give me a chance to give my message that I give, right? I don't want to go back and forth with shit like this, bro. It's not for content for me. For real. This not content. I'm not with all this smart nigga shit. When I get on here, bro, I'm not so niggas I get out and they stuck in it. Gang, I've been stuck in my body for a lot of years. I'm a killer. I'm a murderer, gang. I have no patience dealing with smart niggas that think they too smart for people, bro. Right? So what I'm trying to tell you, when you book me, I'm not bad or good. I'll bounce anyway. This nigga here got a bad soul on him, bro. He evil. I can feel it, right? And when I feel it, I attack, right? So he want to sound so smart, so intelligent, to the point to where it hurts me, because it's niggas like that. The reason why niggas in the hood still stuck, gang. I come from the trenches. I come from the people that Jesus talked to.
Yo, I know y'all smarter than that, y'all. I know y'all smarter than that, y'all.
Wow, I didn't know being intelligent was a. So intelligent disrupts the nervous system
right now. Why is he doing this shit? Why is he doing this shit? Why is he trying to sound so smart? Let me talk, gang. I don't like being interrupted when I'm talking.
You interrupted me. You on my platform,
right? No, because
my platform.
I have no.
Hey, bro, you on my platform. What you talking about?
Yo, kick him out, gang. I ain't gonna lie, he's wildin'.
Mark, you talk about a chicken and got people thinking it's a chicken. Well, you know it got nothing to do with a chicken. I'm not gonna play with no nigga that's gonna play games like that. When right. you know that they had a way to express back in Atlantic Chemist and they couldn't express shit. And the only way they can express shit is through writing, it's through drawing. So I don't think you completely understand and you just saying this shit, but I download the information from the Cosmos. Right? I get the information directly from the source. Right? And so when I bring back, I be trying to tell y'all what's really going on. Right? And so when he hit me up, bro, I don't play. I'm not gonna play like the Christians play. Like with no fucking chicken god, nigga.
I just text if you wondering what I was doing on my phone, I literally just text my shorty. I just say, yo, cause I don't think she know of him either, 607 but she definitely conscious for real, you know what I'm saying? We like the same things. And I just let her know, yo, this man right here, I ain't gonna repeat it, y'all. We already know what it is.
I'm not gonna play like that.
Right.
I'm not gonna play with the land of Kim. I'm not gonna play with
understand, B-Dell, he's a teacher too. So we didn't want you to just talk. We wanted everybody to talk.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't just, we didn't want to just bring you on. We wanted everybody to talk. And I know you are someone who speaks, but we wanted it to be like, you know, he's a Libra. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted everything to be.
I'm telling you how I rock. Gang, I'm telling you how I rock. I'll tell you how I rock. When you book me, just ask me questions. Let me talk. Let me express myself. I don't express well with fake people. Me and you, we can vibrate. I don't express well with fake people. Gang, the nigga fake. I'm telling you what I know. Listen, I'm an energy vampire. I can smell it. I can feel it. He's a fake ass nigga, gang. I'm telling you. Vibrate well with fake niggas. What that shit with me?
Intelligence is
gang. I don't smell.
Intelligence is always going to vibrate at a frequency that's going to
fake, gang. Shut up. You so bitch ass up. You a fake ass bitch ass nigga. Real life.
You can get muted. You gonna you on my channel, you gonna listen to me talk. But like I said, it's imperative for our people to understand what true intelligence is or whatever. So we gotta stop, get away from dumbed down information. You talking to yourself, brother. Insanity. But you got another question?
Yeah, the situation, we thought everybody was gonna be able to talk in this, y'all. So at this time, like, you guys know we done four people podcasts, 3 people usually, but with this situation, we didn't know he only.
You gotta speak in turn. When it's time for just speak in turn, bro. We adults. You're an adult. You way older than me. I know. You was out since country grammar, right? So I know you in your 40s. Why you acting like a YN? Calm down. Calm down. Bro, you in your 40s, bro. Why you acting like that? See, look. And he calling me a demon? He can't even speak in turn.
Nah, gang.
We can still go.
I am appalled.
Just gotta speak in turn. I'm gonna unmute him real quick.
Okay, let's see what he's saying.
They still trying with this man.
You gotta speak in turn.
My enemy, gang.
You gotta speak in turn. Speak in turn, please. Be an adult.
Listen, you want to be me, get him off and interview me, bro. Who paid me?
Bro,
who paid me?
Stop acting like a
female. You want to interview me? Get him off and interview me, or I can't do it, bro.
Stop acting like a female and talk in turn.
If you want to interview me, get him off and interview me, I can't do it. Flat out. How you want to do it? You want the content or you don't? Get him off here. You can interview me, interview him next. I don't know how you do it, but I'm not sitting with him. I don't sit at the table with niggas I don't trust.
You're not supposed to trust me. I don't know.
What you gonna do? Or you want to do your
it's good, man. We already, this was supposed to be all of us talking. You know what I'm saying? But
you can ask no question. We went viral. You can ask no question to me. We go viral again. You can do the debate shit. I don't want to rip you off, but you can get an interview. I'm not gonna do a debate.
We're not debating. We're just
do a 30-minute interview right now.
Look, I'm gonna have to meet you again.
I won't do a debate.
We're not debating. We're sharing knowledge, bro. Be an adult. Stop being emotional. You said emotions was a demiurge, right? And you being emotional. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
See, all I nigga told him I like that. Cause I don't like that bitch ass shit, nigga. If they not punch you in your mouth, you'll start set me up, bitch ass nigga. Then why I can't do this shit?
All right, man. He can just stay on and talk.
You could just remove him at this point. I mean, it kind of went left. Yeah, it went left. Yeah.
I'm remove him. I don't know why. And B-Dog keep trying to talk, like, reason with this man. He's out of pocket. He's out of pocket.
One more chance, brother. I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Bro, he's already hot. You just gonna have to remove him. This is unexpected.
You out of here, brother.
Yeah, this is something that we didn't see coming.
But this is why I put out the video, how to get in alignment, how to level up. You gotta control your emotions. Your emotions, like he said your emotions is acclimated to the demiurge. Right? So you gotta control your emotions in order to control your reality. He's out of balance. So that's why anybody who is thinking at a high vibrational frequency, if you notice, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're going to disrupt everybody's nervous system. That's a fact. Because there's a diametrical difference between a man and a male. And that's a male because he's operating from a place of emotion because he's not in sync with his, with his logical side. He's not balanced. I don't know what, his background or whatever, I don't know if he was raised by his mother, but most of the time when dudes move like that, like the chatty patty and talking over other people, he got that energy from his mother. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, bro. Like, you got to control your emotions because your emotions is what's going to bring you back here every time.
Yeah.
So that's
what's your okay? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's your take on, because this is going to 2-3 topics we want to talk about with 6 or 7. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. But the whole intention with this live, it was the intention was to put all 3 of us to get on, and 607 and B Dale, we're gonna be more of the main speakers. At the same time, 607 was aware that it was gonna be 3 people on it, so I guess he assumed it was going to be all 3, but maybe because of B-Dell's...
Bro, it's no, like, deep meaning behind or misunderstanding. There's no, like, thing to figure out why he's acting like that. He came on there to cause ruckus, to create chaos and disrupt the flow of something that's truly valuable for the people. Anytime we get into some deep esoteric knowledge and information is valuable.
Decisiveness on his knowledge, it didn't really stir him the wrong way. So, of course, set him up, like, we would not do that on YouTube. That makes no sense. We're not going to embarrass ourselves. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things, bro. We got to stop, being confused and stop getting information from these entertainers. You know what I'm saying? This is all theatrics. You know what I'm saying? Just because he says one good thing and it makes you feel good at the moment, that's connected to your energy of emotion. You got to use your discernment. Why are you painting your nails? What's the message behind it? Who you pushing that to, right? And then you know what I'm saying? Like, he's connected to the hip-hop industry and all this other stuff. Like, it's just one of those things where, a lot of people got to understand that infiltration is real. When it comes to the spiritual and conscious community, it gets infiltrated all the time because of individuals like that. How you think you have the displacement of the Black Panther Party, and you had the displacement of, all these other, coalition groups that came together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the inception of the whole thing, we was supposed to be breaking down information together, but like I said,
yeah.
And
well, I mean, if you look at it,
when you got real information that basically dismantles surface level information, it's always going to be a problem.
Yeah. If you look at it on a logical level, which you're a very logical person, B-Dell.
Right.
I'm very logical too. On a logical level, it's just like he doesn't do collabs. Like he doesn't do collabs where other people are talking with him. Like, so in this situation, I'm thinking, okay, this could be a good situation to where maybe it could be like B-Dell talks, he talks, saying something new. But in this situation, I've never seen him collab. I just realized I've never really seen him collab with somebody. He's just only by himself. So I guess maybe he's just a by himself type of person when he does interviews.
Bro, why Astral Eye still trying to defend this man? Why is he trying to, like, you know what I mean? He trying to validate how 607 was acting, bro. He was out of pocket. No, there is no exception for that. Out of pocket, bro.
I'm saying, you also being an intellect, they're just like, you know what I'm saying? The age of Aquarius is just like, how everybody in the spiritual community, everybody's stubborn with their beliefs. Everybody is like in their own lane. So it's like beliefs versus beliefs, or knowledge versus knowledge. So this is, this
is the thing though. He wants everything he does is he's fake crazy. I'm real calm. I'm balanced. I'm crazy for real if I could take it there. But you know what I'm saying? I understand I have a dark side, so that's why I keep my tone and my energy down. That's why a lot of chosen ones, we went through, many different implications when it comes to friends and families. You know what I'm saying? We seen we was backstabbing, all this other stuff. We came across many different people that didn't resonate on the same vibration as us. And that's when we was able to, disassociate ourselves from those individuals. So a lot of times your authenticity is going to manipulate other people's energy. He's faking. And he's talking about, I'm faking. I've been getting on this channel all day. I prove everything I say. I get the receipts out. He just gets on the camera and just say stuff. Just because he has other, outlets and networks of individuals that he can reach out to other platforms and, you know, hip hop artists and all this other stuff. So that's what I said. The spiritual and conscious community, they got to start using their discernment. You got to use your discernment when it comes to individuals like that, especially motherfuckers that's coming from the hip hop, you know, industry. And he got to learn how to speak in turn.
Yeah, when you say in turn, for the people watching, what do you mean by it when you say you say in turn?
No, speaking in turn, like he needs to learn how to like do everything in structure.
Yeah.
I talk, and you ask a question, and then he says something or whatever.
That means wait your
he doesn't
turn.
Understand that because he's operating from a place of emotion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he came back up. He's too emotional. He's talking about I'm not letting him in. He got to stop being emotional.
Yeah.
I am back to say something.
Dang, I break from that place. I don't break no place that. I break place of emotion. I break from place that don't play with me. Let me know what's going on. Don't play with me. Don't put me on here with nobody that's on some smart ass intelligent shit when I'm trying to wake people up. Right? Like to say all this shit that you know people don't understand is crazy. Right? And when I speak for the people that come to me. I'm never emotional. I'm serious about what I'm doing. Right? I don't come to play. I'm not an entertainer. I never entertain nobody in my life. I am really serious about what I'm doing. Right? And for my love for the right. Listen, I don't gotta do this. I'm ready to tell them what I to get through the tricks, through the confusion. And I'm telling you what you doing will confuse people. I don't got to do what you're doing. I love you. But you stand for confusion. Anytime you talk about the stars, the moon, niggas don't understand that shit. That's different type of food. You right. Everything you say is right. And I swear to God it's right. Right? And I know it's right. It's so right, it fucked me up because I know nobody don't fucking understand it but me. So that's why I took it that way. That's why. Not because, nigga, I tell you what you saying is, yeah, you right. And I'm like, yeah, how you saying all this right ass shit, but you ain't bright enough to understand, you gotta dumb it down because you too smart. Nothing you said was flawed. I can admit that. But I can admit that the way you said it was flawed. Because you said it, we speaking to a YouTube. These people just get on YouTube, they don't got no smart, they don't got no sense. When you start confusing them, they don't understand. That's why I don't go that far. That's why I make my shit to where they can be like, oh, okay, cool. We get it. Or we understand. I love Cuz. Cuz booked me before, gang. Now I'm going to do this debate. Listen, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it simple. But I'm going to do it simple for the love of what I believe in. For what I know is true. But I'm just telling you this. From the bottom of my heart. Ain't nothing fake about me. I know what you said was true. I don't like your delivery.
I'm just trying to help our people, man. I'm just trying to get us thinking at a high frequency. That's all. Because when you unlock certain parts of the brain, it raises the consciousness up.
No, but not like that. They so not smart. I tried it. Listen. Yeah, what you saying? But you raise the vibration up to the frequency, right? And the frequency is like through music and shit like that too. It can raise it, right? We've been so busy being programmed. The brain rejects knowledge. It rejects it. So I'm just saying, bro, I apologize. I'm not nowhere near emotional. I'm just serious. I can have a simple conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna start over. I just didn't know it was a fucking debate.
It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
It's just all of us talking. It's just everybody talking.
Information. We didn't come on here to debate.
But if you ask me what is practice to me, right? Don't ask them the same questions, then that's a debate.
No, we just giving our perspectives on it.
That's the debate.
No, it's not.
Listen, if we got two different, come on, let's be honest.
It's not really a debate.
It's not.
I do it on Brother Rich's channel with other people all the time. I just did it with 19 Keys.
I know, but listen, but look, that's considered a debate. And
That's
I
not
do
a
it. Listen, if it was a different question, then what? But if they ask us the same question, we give an eye to like if Trump don't talk, they ask the same question, they get Trump the time to speak, and they get other person time to speak, that's called a debate.
Okay, just ask us different questions then.
Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all different questions. So,
I debate. Let's debate. But
okay,
you gotta let me know it's a debate.
Okay.
You know, let me know it's a debate. I'm ready.
Well, it's the intention not to make it a debate. The intention is to see and compare. It's basically like just to hear different. I want people to learn different sides of each knowledge, each subject, so they can hear two sides.
The same thing, but in different ways. I just told you. he said the same thing I said. I swear to God. Everything he gonna say, I'm not gonna say he's wrong. It's just, listen, knowledge is different ways. It's the same shit, gang. I swear we can do it, but I promise you I can't disagree with nothing that he said. When I got off the live, I'll listen to him talk some more. So how can I disagree with what I know is true? I can just say it in a different way. I can say the same thing he say in a different way. The truth is in our melon. We hold the truth. So that brother got the truth. He just said it in a way so you know where I'm from. My message is for the people where I'm from. His message is when they consciousness get rise. Once I raise their consciousness, then they can talk to him. We got different purposes with the same truth.
Okay. All right. So I got a question for you. And so you want me to also ask Vito the same questions or different questions?
Let's go. Okay.
All right. So 607. What do you believe in Armageddon?
What's Armageddon?
Armageddon is like in the Bible. It's a story that Jesus is going to come down and karma and just everybody evil on the planet is going to be destroyed.
No,
Justice.
that's not true. I don't believe in it.
Okay.
I want to know. I don't believe in that because that's false. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my perception on the end of the world, when you're talking about Armageddon, it's really talking about the transitional points of Earth. We're going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius.
Yes, sir. Go check out my Exposing Jesus video where I talk about that. You feel me? The ages, astrology family.
At the end of the age. So that's why music, you see the music industry fall, Hollywood is falling, you got all this mega stallion going on. You just had the Pope, the Pope just died, that represents the fall of the church. Then you had
bro, the music industry is definitely done. Like, of course it's still there. Of course people still gonna make their money, of course. But like, if you really like think about how it was 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. Just look at the scope of everything and you know what I mean? It's just not what it was. It's not about the art anymore. And quite frankly, the actual quality music isn't what's the mainstream. Like, for you to find quality music, you gotta, like, usually it be from people that's not even, like, big. Like, the people that's big is, well, let me not go on a whole tangent about that, but
she died. She was a representation of, that controlled the two pillars of the three city states of the Vatican, Washington, D.C., and the corporate infrastructure of the Federal Reserve. So when you're talking about the end of the world, you're talking about the end of the corporations that's being controlled by Europeans.
All right, and I can add to that. What he was talking about is first is a 3D, 4D, 5D dimension. Like right now, if you view this as being solid, you live in a 3D dimensional. You know it's solid. It's how you view it. When you view it as what it is, as an actual atom, and it's a molecule, and it got a lot of information. It actually is moving, and it comes solid when you come in contact with it. That puts you in a different level of thinking. See, my thing was like telling him, we could stand right next to each other. I could be in a 3D reality, he could be in a 4D reality. Something can happen, we can perceive it differently. And so that was my problem with what his speech was. I don't know y'all platform, but I know when I come on, people watch me. So I want to make sure I don't confuse them with a lot of big-ass, crazy-ass words that I know that I may understand if they don't. But yeah,
right.
But as far as Armageddon, my concern with that is that it can't be true because words are in. Everything continues echoes. Everything is mirrored. We're in a simulation. Well, all right, so how can that be possible?
Right. I appreciate you 607 on, man. So we all family. I'm glad that you was able to come back on because we all brothers. We all love each other. So I'm glad we're able to come back to the family and just.
My boy Civil now. He came back a new man, or they sent in another 607. They was like, yo, 607 number 3. We need you to come in because 607 number 2 is wilding right now.
People with some type of knowledge because they want to see us attack each other. There's already so much of that in the community, so I'm glad you're able to come back on.
Yeah, that's good content
Yeah. All right. So the next question is, for the what's going on? Do you believe Atlanta is Atlantis?
Now, with that, listen, I believe, I may be crazy, but I believe Antarctica is Atlantis. I believe that. I believe that. Like, a lot of people believe different things, but I don't believe it's never lost. I believe they hid it on purpose. You remember what they did with the map? They flipped it over. They flipped it. With the calendar, it's 13 months. They gave us 12. So I don't trust none of their directions.
I agree with him. The reason I say that Atlantis is actually a part of Atlanta because Atlanta is on the 33rd parallel, which is a dark energy ley line. And then you got Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is basically a big-ass granite. And that granite has quartz and feldspar, and it has a positive electrical frequency there in that landmass. So that's why they put that stone right there, because that stone in itself is basically the capstone, the hollow earth, to where it gets you to the gateways of Antarctica to get outside the ice wall. And the reason they don't want us to get outside the ice wall is because there's a second U on the other side.
Whoa. Yeah. I've never heard that before. There's a second U on the other side.
Me personally, I was trying to, what I know for a fact, when Elon Musk say he going to Mars, he talk about the Mars, and that's over the ice wall, it's not up. Right? The Mars is that away.
Yep.
Right? So this is what I'm talking to people. Everybody been confused, they've been tricked.
Yeah. Hey, so you got locks. What? I haven't heard you talk about locks, but what have you learned, and what has your locks given you on your journey, as like spiritually?
A lot of people say that. Listen, my son just asked me for my hair, right? And he say like they say it do something like, but say like the system nervous system, like antenna. But for me, I don't know what the hell it do. Right? I'm not. I can't even begin to tell you what it do because I don't know. But if anybody can tell me, then that'll be great. I don't know. I'm not what you call a spiritual person. I wasn't given like what a lot of people's given. I got my message directly from the monad, directly from the creator of existence. I'm a balancer. I come to balance the energy. I'm neither good or bad.
Now,
I don't know that question.
Yeah, well, from my perspective on that, when your locks, see, remember on the Avatar movie, when they was able to tether, connect their hair to the tree, because the tree of life is what gave them the codes or the downloads that was connected to their genetical structure. So the same thing happens in real time. This is why you got 99% of male trees on the planet, because the male trees basically manipulates the transmission to where the hair is not tether connected to the trees. So all trees that has produce or whatever, those are the trees that revitalizes your DNA by way of the hair. That's why it's important to go tree hugging. It's important to, to get part of the tree and rub it against your dreads, because it creates a somatic frequency.
That makes sense, because like with the trees, I can go outside right now, I talk to the trees and tell them to move and kiss me and they do it. Like a lot of people think I'm crazy, but you talk to the trees, I talk to them, I rub it because they don't get a lot of love, right? Like a lot of people like ignore it, right? Yep. But when you go through and you get a tree love, it'll love you back. But I just want to say something before we say, I already said something about it.
Bro, nature is king, y'all. Nature, man. I've been in a mindset lately where like, if I go too long without getting in some nature, like some real nature, because I'm from the city, you know what I mean? So it's more city than nature where I'm from. You feel me? So there comes a time where like I just like, I gotta get around some nature, man. Like if you really let yourself connect, you stop letting like the outside world overrun your consciousness and your perception, just your mental state, and you really connect and be present in nature, it's just healing.
I was gonna say this. A lot of people don't agree to this reality, but I think it should be accepted. In Kemet, women are the true carriers of the knowledge, and they was like the goddess, and they was like the only reason a man ruled because of the woman, like it was to protect the woman knowledge and the love, like she moved in love. Right. And then when they conquered us, they kind of flipped that and put all these white kings up front to make us think that the world was created by a king. So I think that our mission as being men of the woke, and we should try to help flip that. So I want to make sure that I say that on her, because like that hit me. And for me, that was a shocking because I want to keep my foot on the bitch neck, right? I think that a female is my property. I thought that, you know, they supposed to be submissive to me because that's what I was told, right? But just for that particular thing, I just wanted to kind of like say that. I didn't know if you were going to ask that kind of question, but I just wanted to say that because that came to me.
And you're right about that. And to add on what you said, you read this book right here called The Destruction of Black Civilization.
I don't ever read.
Okay, well, I was saying, like, I was just basically adding on, just by way of historical context, Queen Zinga, when she was meeting with other countries, the men, the king, he'll lay on his back on all fours, and she didn't have a place to sit. She put on the king's back. You know, because, you know, that's when, you know, everything was a civilization where the man, he ruled through the woman. You know, right? So everything, it would, see, the thing is that they think a matriarch and a rise of the divine energy, they think it's the woman being above the man. It's nothing like that. They just work together. It's like Jordan.
That's so egotistical, though. I mean, that's what they're referring to. I'm agreeing with them, really. That's the thing. The whole man and woman, who's supposed to be this, that, the third. Like, yeah, we are meant to play a role. There's a divine masculine and there's a divine feminine. You feel me? And when you are more aligned, once you start to remove the negative conditioning and you get to self and you balance yourself, and, you know, we spoke about the chakras in the past. Once you learn how to balance your chakras, once you get your energy flowing the way it's supposed to flow, if you're a man, your whole being is going to start to flow as a human. It's your identity, your ego as a human is going to resonate deeper into what a divine masculine actually is. And don't worry, y'all, I'm going to talk about that. I've already been planning on talking about, I might do a presentation on that, but I'm definitely going to make a video on the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But yeah, the same goes for the divine feminine. Once you begin to heal yourself, once you get to remove the negative conditioning and you start to grow your spirit, you start to balance your energy, you naturally move into a divine feminine role as a female or as a woman. And as a man, you naturally move into the divine masculine. And a divine masculine and a divine feminine, they benefit each other. And a divine and those two things, a divine masculine can only work with a divine feminine. And when I say divine, I mean divine. Not oh, she's feminine, but she still got a lot of traumas and she don't know herself, she's not in tune with herself. Right? And vice versa. Divine feminine can only really work with a divine masculine. But those two together is harmony. Literal harmony. Two very pivotal, extremely important roles in what is supposed to be the dynamic of family. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what it's just like having Jordan and Pippen.
Male and female.
Jordan and Pippen.
Because, like, when you look at it from a basketball perspective, you ain't gonna win no motherfucking championship if everybody's not operating from a place of teamwork. So in order to escape the matrix, you gotta find your divine feminine energy and cultivate that team to where you can activate the Merkaba and infiltrate the demiurge.
I just talked about the Merkaba. Activate the Merkaba. It's your vehicle. That's why it is important once you get into that divine masculine energy, when you do find a partner, you do choose to be with a partner. Because there's different ways to get out of the matrix, they would say, right? There's more than one way, but that's one of the many ways, is getting in that divine. And let me speak for, like, if I'm speaking for myself, like getting in that divine masculine energy, which is a natural state. I just have to remove all the things that take me away from it, and, you know, do the work that's necessary to do so. Right, getting in that divine masculine. Then when you do decide to be with somebody, it's conducive or ideal, or it's just better for you to be with that divine feminine. You feel me? And vice versa.
That's how you square the circle, thinking outside of the box.
See, I love him, right? And I'm gonna say this: I love him. Everything he just said, I can just say.
I might not even mention the Merkaba. I don't even know if I said it, but I thought it. But I didn't. If I didn't say it before he said it, because I just said that I did, I'm thinking now I might not have said it because I thought it. You know when you think something, you don't say it? But that's simply because I was going to try to save it for my video, which I've been planning. But We gonna see though, y'all. If y'all don't know about the Merkaba though, do your research on the geometric symbol. It gives you a good understanding of the divine feminine and divine masculine, and the harmony between each other.
I can say the same thing in our language, which is the street, right? But I'm just saying the brother is so damn intelligent, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Everything he say, he go way above the understanding of known people, and that was my issue. Again, I'm like, damn, if people gonna understand it, because that'd be my problem when I come talking like that, and I want to make sure people understand it, so that I won't disconnect myself from my people. Because I know the language they gave us. I don't believe the language, but I know they gave us a greeting. So I want to make sure I use the same greeting that they gave us, so I communicate directly to the people I'm trying to communicate with.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like a misunderstanding. Yeah.
I apologize. So
yeah.
I want to say I apologize like I bounced. So I want to tell them I apologize.
No, sure, brother.
Like I apologize.
All right, well, it's all good, brother. It's all good, man. We just trying to get dismantle the confusion, bro. Like, you know, it's one of those things where like we in that Great Awakening period, and shit gonna be hitting the fan. FEMA just put out 2 days ago that they got rid of their strategy on how to, you know,
I just want to say this: that Great Awakening stuff is for real, bro. It's for real. That's why all this stuff is mainstream now. You feel what I'm saying? This isn't just like a niche or a trend. Like, you gotta really be about this knowledge. That's what it's really about. Like, even like for me, because there's people who like into the spiritual stuff, but they just like the aesthetic. You know what I mean? They like the niche of it, or some stuff make them feel good that they hear, and you know, like, you know what I mean. But really, these practices and stuff, it's just things that actually benefit you. So me being a person that's talking about meditation, right? Because I understand what meditation could do for you. The whole purpose of meditation is to make you present. The present moment is the only moment, and being present is what truly makes you alive. Is what truly has you awake in the moment. So you're talking about waking up, right? So I'm saying that to say the whole spiritual thing is just about understanding your true within self. But really what's important, or why that's even important, is just because the knowledge, the knowing of what it does for you. But we don't just stop there. You feel what I'm saying? We want to, the whole purpose of this on a grand scheme, on the grand scale of things, is to be the forefront of the generation of people that are helping our people who are influencing a movement of that energy to help our people get back to a better way of living, a way that civilizations, our ancestors far in the past and not in the history that they teach us, to get back to a level that they were in. But it could be in our own way. It don't gotta be exactly like them, and it doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to grow, evolve. There's nothing more positive to do. You know what I mean? You want to move forward. You want to do something that's progressive.
But course correction when you have a hurricane, there's no other strategy in place. So that means that something's about to happen. So, but in order for everybody to galvanize and unify together, it has to be a calamity. That's why I put out that 80-year cycle block theory. Because every 80 years, there's a turning point or a crisis that manipulates human reality. And the last time that we was in that 80 years was in 1945 when we had World War II. We at the brink of 80 years, so something about to happen. They got that earthquake, damn volcano in Oregon at the Seamount Axle. And when it erupts, it's going to activate 10,000 earthquakes. We in that time period. The only thing that, you know, to galvanize everybody and get everybody thinking on the same frequency, whether if they from the streets or the fucking church, or if they are Moor, or if they are Hebrew Israelite, the only thing that's going to bring everybody together is a calamity. Because that's when you're going to have to use self-preservation, your resources, right? That's why we have to raise our frequency mentally.
Yeah, speaking of resources, it's crazy how our resources that we got are stolen. They steal all the energy from the sun all day and then sell it to us at night. That's life. Right? So I'm just saying that everything we got is under attack. They steal it to us. They got to monetize it. They monetize the light. They monetize the earth. They monetize the water. Right? So everything around is being monetized by the same people that stole it from us. right? So that be my frustration, right? But yeah, everything you say is true. The timeline you said is true, right? But they got to understand the timeline. You got to understand two things. You got to go by the turtle calendar, which is 13 months and not 12, right? So we got to understand that the month they gave us was months like June, and them they rulers, they names. Like, they gave us different time zones, right? That's why I say I don't believe in their time. I don't go by their time. Oh, mistake.
That's a fact. Yeah, because, you know, they created that Metatronic overlay. A Metatronic overlay, for those who don't know what that is the third dimension. It's a three-dimensional energy that is created by liquid crystal technology, and what we call it in Science 101 is a subatomic particle. It creates the illusion. That's all it is.
Even the what's it called, the daylight savings. That's another thing. When I see the daylight savings stuff, I was like, yo, that's the proof in the pudding that, you know, the time is being manipulated at our will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, time is definitely man-made.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize about that again.
See, that's why Yahweh or Yaldabaoth, who is an archon, his other name is Chronos. Chronos is chronology.
But the speaker, that's the speaker Yaldabaoth that he had. That's when Cain and Abel. You know, he had Abel when they came to kill Cain was made by the other side, was made at Archer. A lot of people think Cain and Abel was brothers, but they wasn't. Right? So, but I just know that the brother he know too much, and like that's the reason why we get attacked. Like I know what you know, but when you give it the way you give it, bro, I get chilled. I get chills because this guy he knows exactly verbatimly what happened. Like he awoke. That's current.
Yeah.
That's
you the deal, man. You the deal, man. You play the Matrix.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
He understand the Matrix clearly. Like to the point where you understand like the names, the science, like everything to a T. And like for that, I can call him. Cause like I understand shit too. But it's like, damn. You who I ain't gonna lie, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I hate it. I hate how I talk. I hate it the way I knew. Like that, I used to practice try to talk like you. And to make a long story short, it never came. And I hated myself that I didn't never do it. So that probably was another frustration when I hear you talk. Because I used to want to try to
He throwing a curveball right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's like after the way he introduced himself, it's hard for me to trust him. But you know, he's showing some self-awareness for his actions. But it's you can't I ain't gonna lie, like antennas are up right now for me. I don't know about y'all.
They ain't gonna respect my information like this. I know it. I like to practice the words and shit. It ain't never come out right. Right? So I'm like, fuck it, I gotta give it the way I give it. But I tried that shit. My brain wouldn't do it.
See,
hey, I appreciate you for the authenticity, man. That's a very potent frequency, bro.
Yeah, that's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things I was telling, I tell my girl this all the time. Everything in life is on the other side of fear, and the fear is acclimated to the trauma that we went through as children. So a lot of times that throat chakra don't get activated because your mama, she'd be like, "Hey, shut your ass up! I don't want to hear you talking." That put an encryption. That put an encryption on the tongue. That put an encryption on the throat chakra. So now,
why do you think I got back on her? Right? Because I got back on her for 2 reasons. Because it's gonna echo back again. If I didn't face the reality of whatever was on the end of this, it was gonna echo back on my life again. So no matter how much I wanted to get away from it, I had to complete it because he ain't do nothing to me. He paid me for a complete service, right? I gotta complete that service if I'm willing and able and allowed to do it, right? So regardless if I'm uncomfortable or not, it's gonna be good. Because out of uncomfortable comes the blessing. Think about when you put like the seed in the ground. It's uncomfortable in darkness, but then it come out, it's bright. So the uncomfortable of this made me want to reject it. But I know I gotta walk in my life, so I came back. So that's why I came back. So we do whatever it is we supposed to do, because it gotta be a reason. Because it burnt my soul so hard. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta be here for it. Let's do this shit.
Hey, let's get through the storm, man. Hey, let's get through the storm.
I did a video talking about how to level up, and I said that, you know, uncomfortability is the precursor to evolution. You got to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You got to get uncomfortable. Like, if you're afraid to talk, you got to start speaking. That's when you tap into your authenticity. It's going to lead to your purpose. Because then when you tap into your purpose, that's when you connected to source, your oversoul, your higher self. So we got, because like you said.
Okay, B-Dell. That higher self. You feel me? Feel me? Y'all know how I feel about the higher self. You know how I'm always talking about your purpose, being aligned, being tapped in. Now you talking my language.
Fear is the demiurge. That's the emotion.
Yeah.
It knocks down the body. So when you unravel that process, that's when you start to awaken.
Hey, check this out. I was saying that the throat chakra is the most blocked chakra in the spiritual community. And I heard a spiritual therapist said that. And it's true. Even a lot of people I know, even me, when we was children, our parents didn't really let us say what we wanted to say. So we couldn't talk back. We was also, you talking back. So it's like, you know, even me as a child, I was told I always talk back. So it's like, I had to my throat chakra was blocked. You know what I'm saying? My whole childhood, it was like blocked to a degree. Not all the time, but to a degree. So growing up, you know, and it's like, you get to 18, 19, we got to learn to speak more, speak in the mirror, say affirmations. We got to heal that throat chakra, learn how to, you know what I'm saying, speak our mind, you know, in a way where people understand and journal more, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And really start to love our voice, you know, confidence.
You know, another way to activate that throat chakra, eat some blueberries.
Right. And another thing, just for y'all alone, to talk about everything, just so I can be authentic with y'all. I'm not accepted by the spiritual community, right? And it's like that. So when he was on her, it kind of that's why I got back. I'm gonna be real with you. I come with knowledge. I come with a different vibration. Our soul's the same. My spirit is different. My spirit is rough, wild. You know what I'm saying? But I come with the same love. I come with the same message, and they reject it, right? Mm-hmm. And so that fear again was with you. I walk through that fear because I walk through fear. I believe if you fear it, walk towards it. If you know you can beat it, walk away from it. If I was comfortable, I would walk away. But I feared it, so I walked towards it. So I feared this situation here because we fear when what we believe is being tested now. So now it's good when I believe it by myself, but now when I gotta defend it, then it's a problem.
Right.
So even that, the ego kick back in. Even me, I gotta kill that ego. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's that ego. That demiurge, I told you I was God and the devil when we started. Mm-hmm. Right? So, but the thing, I'm aware when it's happened to me. Mm-hmm. I'm aware. It happened. Mm-hmm. It just happened. Mm-hmm. But I'm aware when it happened.
Fact.
Right? But we good now, because my awareness has kicked in. But of course, when the way the mind works, when it challenges are automatically drop. I was trained to do that. Mm-hmm. Right? But sometimes, that's why I'm telling you, when you're dealing with fire, mm-hmm. All right, this is what this ain't something that I was this ain't nothing I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do something totally different, but then it just kept on coming. I kept getting downloads, and kept saying this shit, and then brothers like you would say, "That's true." I was like, "How?" Mm-hmm. How? But I didn't read it nowhere. Mm-hmm. That's just the truth, no bullshit, mm-hmm. Right? But that's why I be like, "Damn, am I gonna say something?" I still got that first, 'cause I don't read it nowhere.
Right.
If I say something that's wrong with it, and you say I'm wrong, then what?
That's part of the illusion. There ain't no right or wrong.
That's what I'm saying. But I'll be jumping with good information. So mm-hmm. I thank you for this. And mm-hmm. we gotta do this more.
You know, because I'm gonna tell you one thing. The reason why I venerate intelligence so much. And I, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Libra too, so we're wordologists. We love using words, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of, our personality. The reason that is, bro, is because we've been dumbed down for so long, bro. It's time to be we used to be the smartest people on the planet, and now the whole demographic, we the dumbest.
That's true. With scientists, we everything. They stole everything from us. But that's why we all coded with different frequencies to help people at different levels. For me, Jesus walked. Jesus came for the murders, the thieves, the crooks, the criminals, right? So that's what I came for. But then people got to go above this level. And then that's what you came for. I know it because the way you came for me, right? Because you where I need to go to get to. I need to go give it to the other people that's down here so they can really understand to come up. But it's level. That's why I say I'm in the middle. I'm neither smart or dumb. I know how to pull and give, right, to where I need to give it to. And that's what I'm saying. Now I know how to take real from the fake, right? And that's it, that's all, right? I don't know how you was later in your life, in the past. But in my last moment, I've been everything. But it led me back to the same gangster I was, but with more sense. So I'm saying that everybody just need to be who they are.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad you brought that up. I think the real problem with a lot of street dudes nowadays is that they don't have no type of spiritual connection. Because, you know, if you have some type of spirituality, it's going to save your ass, it's going to add years to your life, because that's where the discernment kicks in. That's where the intuition kicks in. So if you just out here being a demon with no type of spiritual practice, your ass going to get pulled out eventually, but you're going to get thrown in jail.
That's my purpose. Now you see, I'm just like them. I wanted to, look, gang, 2 years I meditated, and I wanted to be just like you, like in my mind, I got to be like that to reach you. But I would never change. But the stuff that I know, I understand, I can help people, my life changed. My temperament changed. I can get back on it with you and get through it, right? Before I could even do that small task, right? This is a big task just for me, and it's a big task for the streets because I represent them. When they see me do it, they say, okay, cool. He don't know what some brothers I know that's very intelligent, and he can get through that conversation.
And that's one of the reasons why I worked with you 607 in the first video, because, you know, some people felt away, but at the end of the day, you know, you do represent the streets, and, you know, a bit like Rashad Jamal also represent the streets, but people who represent the streets are rare and also spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. You represent the streets and also you tap into your feminine energy, because a lot of men, they got their egos. You know, it's the ego. So it's like, you know, it's very hard for a man to wake up. Women wake up like this, but a man, it's hard for him to wake up. He has to observe his ego like all day.
You know, that's a good point. I ain't gonna lie. Not the part about what he was saying about the streets necessarily, right? But the whole thing about how women tend to wake up. Have you ever heard say women naturally have a strong intuition? That's so true. That's something I've definitely noticed, is that you'll notice like even for me, right? I don't know exactly how many followers is men and how many, well, actually I know on YouTube I have more male followers, but on TikTok, you know, I have roughly a little bit over 10K on TikTok. When I be seeing people follow me, it be mostly women, you feel me? And I just notice, like in the spiritual community, you'll notice that there's just more women that's about that. Or when you meet people in real life, it's more women that's about that. And that's because, you know, everybody has ego, but the man, we're trained and conditioned, and you know, it's part of our nature as well, that we resonate so deep in our ego. And especially when it comes to the expectations of being a man, it's a little bit hard to tap into that spiritual side of yourself. So that is definitely something I've definitely noticed for real, that even a girl who's not fully spiritual, they feel you though when you start talking some game. You know what I'm saying? But some guys, don't get me wrong. It's just you notice it's just a little more common, at least in today's day and age.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm not accepted by the spiritual, because I'm street. They ain't never seen one. They think I'm faking. Every time, it's all he faking. He faking for views. He faking for the money. I can't help that I'm street as hell, and I got a message to give. I just look like this, right? And I ain't gonna change the way I look, right?
And you know what's crazy though? Tukey Williams, he was in the streets and he had the Moorish knowledge. He used to wear the fez out on the block. Because a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, and even when you look at the history of the Nation of Islam, a lot of them, they were street niggas. They had the esoteric knowledge, and they had supreme mathematics.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
You can even get to the pink houses in the projects if you didn't know today's mathematics. They're going to beat you up.
Right.
So you had to been forced into the knowledge, especially back during the time of the 90s. And then when you look at Clans 13X, he used to drink and smoke, shoot dice with all the street dudes just to pull them out of their situation. Right. Not because he was submerged into it. He was using a matrix in order to get people out. That's why, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't use, like, you know, the aesthetics of spirituality. I look how I look, you know what I'm saying, because I'm able to resonate with other demographics of people. Yeah, I got the higher knowledge, but I'm able to look like the next person down the street. I don't have to.
You people, earlier I just said the aesthetics. That's some real stuff because some people are just obsessed with the aesthetic. You seen. There's some people that like they got all these crystals and they. I mean, you do what you do. You feel me? I wear a shawl. I like shawls. You feel me? You might have seen in my past videos. Sometimes I'll wear a shawl. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I definitely get what he's saying though, because there's a lot of people who feel like they gotta, they create it into this niche. It's not about that. It's about knowledge, family. It's about applying the knowledge, because that's why knowledge. That's when knowledge truly is power.
Myself up with head wrap and stuff.
And crystals and all that, yeah.
Relatable. When it comes to black people, we're very visual. So in order to be relatable,
I'm only laughing because my boy over here got a head wrap, and he said something right after that.
have to look like. Just like when a woman, she's seeing you, she trying to holler, the first thing she's going to look at is your shoes. People don't want to hear what you're talking about if you're not looking the part. You feel what I'm saying? This is why when people, like, when guys, speakers and go to the motherfucking schools and stuff, the children is not able to resonate with, the speaker. He got on a business suit. You got to look like them in order to connect with them.
Right. So then you understand me then, right? So the essence of what I bring.
Yeah.
Listen, I believe we all share the same soul but different spirits, right? My spirit looks different, right? I came with like I said, different vibration, right? And just to elaborate on the universe, like I said, it's echoes. Again, Earth Hollow, a lot of echoes. The last move keep echoing. I just want to help people stop the reincarnation process, right? That's my agenda, right? Because you gonna just keep coming back, and that in itself is right?
Yeah,
so for that reason, everything that brother's just saying right there, he right.
Fact.
Right? I just come teach the streets. The streets got all the attachments. We attach to everything. We ain't never had shit. So we attaching to everything we come across.
Shit, if you read the Bible, Jesus is out with the hoes. He was with the players, the pimps. So like I said, you got to resurrect the people, but they got to understand what emotion is. Yeah. It's the food, it's the sex, it's the money. It's all about external stimulation that takes you away from your life. Everything sucks up your energy here. That's what
and that's why I'm trying to teach them how to reverse the cycle, how to use their emotions in a positive way. Like I know this right here, right? You tell the young nigga this. So say something happens, you're gonna have a feeling. So something happens, have a feeling. If you attach that feeling with what just happened, you know that every time something like that happens, it's gonna be that feeling. You can use your emotions to help you, right? For like signals to warn you. But a lot of people want to use their emotions and feel and move on. I think life is made for you to do more observing about being aware than kind of like being involved. I believe that like when you manifest something and once it comes in the physical form, it's too late to change it. You got to manifest something else if you want it to be different, right? I just really believe in that. So I understand. I think that God got one spirit too, like the real God that you can't even call God, and his spirit, the lack of never exists. So he mirror himself through everything too. Everything is a mirror. Listen, to try to get to the true God, you got to mirror through the Anunnaki, everybody he said, like the people that created us, that put us in simulation. Everything has been mirrored. You got to go too far. That's why you got to go within.
Mm-hmm.
You try to go without, you going too far.
That's a
fact. So that's what I was saying to you. It wasn't no problem. Like, damn, this nigga's going far. Look, just sit within. But when they go within, they'll come back out with what he got. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm. It's like on the outside, people try to get readings and learn multiple teachers, but they never get it within themselves. Meditate, close their eyes, and just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, going within, that's a faith. And
the main reason why is because they don't know how to be alone. Because being alone is the birthplace of a genius. Mm-hmm. That's when you're going to be able to tap into yourself. But this is why motherfuckers don't get downloads, because they got too many people around them.
Too much going on, family. I talk about this all the time. You need to get away from, like, shut off everything outside of you, because you are the only thing that is real. You feel me? The only thing for real. You just gotta because your mind reacts to everything. How can you tap in? How can you hear the downloads when you're constantly reacting to, even subconsciously, without even really noticing it?
Yourself and you a loner, that's when you tap into the energy of your genius, your
Right, they
magnetism.
blocking their signal. Just like me, I'm an old man. I eat 1 meal a day. I don't want to block my signal because I know my signal come with everything I need. Because I know that, listen, I don't do all that like in a read and shit. Because like, again, information is like toys. So what I do is I download and then I check. I download and I check. That's what I download. And that's when the reading come in at. Right? Because I'm making sure what I got and where I got it from.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. 607 Unk though, I still feel like there's like this whole reason he came back on and he's all calm now. He made peace. I feel like that was to save his image, what his image would have been if he never came back on. Because it's easy to fall for what he's portraying right now. But I ain't gonna lie, I still feel how I feel when I said it, you feel me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, gang. Ain't no way.
Right. So, what y'all say is true. I'm just really trying to stop people that from reincarnating and show people that look like me, that's like stupid like me. I tell y'all I'm stupid all the time. Like I ain't smart like him. That they can be just as wise. So like,
I see.
being wise is different. It's a different thing.
And this boy Astro Eye or Beyond 5D is eating it up. I mean, I get it. You gotta show respect. They on a platform right now, but you know B-Dell is not buying it. I'm telling you, he's not buying it. He's just being respectful. He's not buying it.
You said you like to be the student at all times.
Yeah, I'm a student at all times.
I tell people that too. I stay the student, but stay learning.
I got to. Listen, I learned from listen. I can't say Yankee I can't say Yankee I can't say these words. But I know who these people are. But this brother right here, he can say all that shit. If I start saying that shit, they'll say this nigga lying. I cannot. Listen, I'm telling you, I know this shit, but I can't say it. Like Neanderthal, like.
Yeah.
I know these words. I know I know what they are.
There's nothing wrong with that because, with you understanding without understanding the word and know how to say it, it's gonna activate your telepathic abilities.
But that's how I know.
Yeah.
That's how I know that we don't have the word's not real because I completely know, but I just can't say it. But I can explain it different.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's how I know that we are not coming across real words. The words are fake. Because how can I just say a whole different fucking...
I mean, he's not wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of stuff he's saying is true. But, like, he's not wrong. Like, what he's saying about words right now, that's true. But it's kind of surface level. I mean, for somebody like me.
Right.
But I get the point he's trying to get across. Let's give 607 the benefit of the doubt. I said what I say. I feel how I feel. But for right now, we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's all I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know what I'm saying? There's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go from neophyte, adept to master.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm master, but I still got listen, I'm telling you, I'm master. I understand it. I can, like everybody else. But the way I'm programmed, I still look and perceive like I'm low vibration. Like if you see me in public, if you talk to me, you're gonna perceive all as low vibrational creature. Until you uncover that was who I am. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I was no bullshit. Low vibration all over me. Like, because I'm walking around low vibrational people, so he clothed me in that.
Right.
Right? To truly understand me, you gotta go under this shit. Mm-hmm. Because this right here is for me to survive where I'm at, nigga.
Facts.
But I'm you, me, we the same.
Yeah.
But I'm you differently. I gotta survive where I'm at. I gotta take it to the roughest places where niggas don't listen, where they kill me for trying to sound too smart. Nigga, they will kill you in a trench for trying to sound like you're smarter than the next person.
That's what motherfuckers, you gotta get away from them.
Nigga, you see how mad I got at you, said I kill you? I come from that.
Right.
Over just you being, over you just ego kicked in. All the ego in the trenches. And I got back on her to show him that I'm killing the ego.
The reason I do that is because I'm trying to awaken certain parts of, you know.
You awaken that demon in me, nigga. I was in the BDB fight floor, nigga.
Yeah. Hey. Isn't that called cognitive?
Nigga throwing gang signs.
Those are
Hey,
trials. Like,
Hey, Vito, isn't that called cognitive dissonance?
what?
Where someone they hear something about their beliefs and then they get cognitive dissonance?
Yeah, that's cognitive dissonance.
No, it wasn't my belief. It was the fact that I knew when he was telling the truth, but I figured people won't understand.
Oh, okay.
Listen, everything he said was the same thing I said. But listen, you think when I first time I saw practice, I wasn't talking about the chicken head, and I wasn't talking about the snake legs, and I wasn't breaking it down the way he broke it down? Yeah. So when I told you everything is within. So when it come back to me, I'm like, cuz, why you gotta go through all of that? I'm past that now. That was for me. You don't understand. I only talk to me. Everything comes within. Everything is me. So when he brought me back to where I've been, I'm like, cuz, no, I'm past that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Enough for the explanations. Let's move on.
Man, speak truth. What don't you get? Want me to, I can't say he lied.
Yeah.
I'm again. He speak truth. If I said it in the beginning, then I lied. And I work on that.
Mm-hmm. So you got another question, Astro?
Y'all ready?
Let's see. So, what do y'all feel about the Messiah? You know, a lot of people talk about that in the spiritual community. Oh, this Messiah, this Messiah, he's Messiah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
You feel like there's a modern Messiah right now?
Talking about Jesus, right?
No, I'm talking about the Messiah now, a modern Messiah.
And they say, well, if you go on, you look at the old FBI director, he put out a publication talking about the rise of a black Messiah.
Oh, Apple.
No, just saying in general, that's the rise of a black Messiah is actually supposed to be a prophecy that's connected to the West. So it's going to come from over here. But from my perspective, I think
What Messiah mean? What that mean?
It means
Messiah.
Go ahead, yeah, you got it.
Messiah means messy, and messy comes from the Kemetic word anointed.
And
Because
he gonna rise from over here?
supposedly, because this is
Yeah, y'all talk about me then.
this is really ancient Egypt.
Yeah, y'all talk about me then. That's who I am.
I knew he was gonna say that. A
lot of people don't know. I'm gonna send the master. I keep telling y'all this. So I guess I'm next. But I'm gonna send the master, gang.
Mm-hmm.
I come here for a purpose and for a reason, right? And I know my purpose and my reason. And I was conflicted about that a lot. But I think it's one consciousness though, bro. I think you connect to that consciousness too.
Well, the thing is that I don't think I'm a Messiah. I have a different perspective. I think the galvanization of the 144,000 is the Messiah.
Yeah, I'm one of 144,000 for a fact.
Yeah, and because everybody is on it's a mental frequency. It's a mental frequency, and there's a multitude of ways to look at it. You could say it's the 144,000 crystals in the brain. That's the piece around Christ's head.
You know what I think? I think this, right? And a lot of people, I think we all share the same soul with different spirits. And I think that it's like, again, it's just like different expressions of the same thing. Right? I think we all different expressions of the same thing. We different expressions, everything is different expressions of the same thing, of consciousness, of frequencies, of vibrations, everything. And that's what I'm saying. There's no right or wrong. That's what I think. I could be crazy, I could be dumb, but that's what I came up with. And I know for a fact that I understand stuff. And I know for a fact that I came to wake people up. And I know for a fact that that's what I'm going to do.
And we in that time period, bro.
Yeah, everybody wakes people up in a different way, and that's what I respect about each teacher. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to do it from the street. Some people got to do it from the conservative, the political side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to do it for all. I'm going political right now. I'm starting in the streets. I'm going political. I'm going all the way up to that. Right now, you just see me right here, right? So I'm doing podcasts now. I won't be doing podcasts for the next year. I'm going straight speaker. And then, of course, I'm going every level, right? So everybody understand you finna see a lot of me, right? And the thing is, I hope you understand it's going to still look the same. Like the same person, because I ain't going to change. I try to talk smart. It ain't going to come out right.
Mm-hmm. See, but the only thing is, bro, like, you know, once you hit a certain critical with the information. You know, I'm supposed to be doing. You know who Yaki is? Y'all from the same city, right?
Yaki Awaken.
That boy Yaki be. That's the health guru right there. Yo, what is he doing? I ain't gonna lie. Back in 2020, when I first found out about that whole you fold the dollar a certain way and it shows the Twin Towers on fire, was crazy. That shit had me tripping. I might have found out how to do that again. That shit had me tripping.
Yeah.
What you talk about the emotion? What a curse is that, or tell them what a curse is that, smart man.
There's an owl at the top.
Oh,
And
I'm gone. See, smart. I'm gone. Something else. Yeah, I told you he know.
Yeah,
Listen. I told you he know.
yeah. And
They
then
don't like talking to people like that.
you gotta look. The capstone. The capstone is missing.
We get it, that part. We get it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? There's a deeper meaning to that too, because when the capstone was closed, that's when it was a matriarch. The disconnection of the capstone represents patriarchy, which represents division.
Right. So the motion tied to this piece of paper is emotion attachment. The emotion attachment is what people worship, right? The way it makes you feel. You get money,
Right.
you feel good, right? So they take to that emotional attachment is not actually the paper, but what people don't know is the reason why I turn and I rip it so it won't have power over me, and I put it in some water and stuff like that, though, right? So I gotta make sure that it don't have power over me. Right, but I need it. I use it, but I use it. It don't use me.
Right.
So that's why a lot of times a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not accepted by neither community. Like I'm famous and shit, but then I'm speaking the wrong shit, so they not fucking with me. And then I'm speaking so much shit to people like, how the fuck he get famous speaking like that? He's speaking the devil. So then I'm not accepted by neither. I'll stand alone. That's why I say I gotta be the Messiah. I stand alone, just like Jesus.
Hey, so what message you got for the streets? Any people, any man watching who's in the streets and he's lost in the streets, you know what I'm saying, he gang banging, he's trying to wake up, but what's message would you give him right now?
I got the same message that for person to not sleep. Hold up, let me get this phone. Please don't go dead. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna come back in.
Hold up,
You still better come back on. Okay.
I'm getting back on. Here. You can still hear me?
Yeah, we still hear you.
You hear?
Yeah.
You hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
His phone's probably dying right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you good.
Look, I apologize. Listen, the only thing that I can say is look within. I think a lot of people spend so much time looking without. I asked why in, I say, ask him who he was today. He couldn't answer the question. So what I'm saying is a lot of people spend time trying to figure out what everything else is. Just look within and find out who you is. And when you find out who you is, everything that you want be handed to you.
Fact.
Okay, I like that. There's another question I had too. I knew that would come back.
You want me to hit that up too about the
That's facts.
dude?
Yeah. What message would you have for the streets?
My message to the street dudes is to have some type of discernment. Like I said, a lot. If you pay attention, you look at all the old '80s movies, and you pay attention to way back in the day. A lot of the street dudes, they used to be in the gym. They had muscles. They was, you know what I'm saying, they knew how to fight. Now you fast forward now, the street niggas is out of balance. You know what I'm saying? All they know is shooting. All they know is killing. All they know about it, you know what I'm saying, sipping the lean. They don't know. They don't have no type of discipline. So they gotta, pretty much cultivate discipline as far as like their emotions. Because the great majority of street dudes are very impulsive. So
Impulsive, yeah.
So in order to master themselves,
Streets is dead. It's dead, family. It's that era is over with. And don't get me wrong, there's people out here still going crazy, but when something loses its structure, or it loses its essence, you feel me? It's dead.
to look themselves in the eye when it comes to that.
So would you say impulsive is an emotion, or would you say that's an instinct?
It depends. It depends on the situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get some dudes, they in a relationship and she break up with him and he get to stalking her, he slashing her tires, busting her windows out, that's that female energy on her. Because it's energetically out of balance. Right? So now, as far as on the energetic level, he's trying to compensate for the lack thereof by trying to pull on her energy in order to alchemize the situation. It's kind of like it's a manipulation process. It's dark psychology. That's all it is. So that's why I say you have to, be very disciplined in your thoughts to the point where you're able to control them. And when you're able to control your thoughts, you're able to control your emotion. And then when you're able to control your emotion, that's when you activate the mental constructs of your brain to where you're able to magnetize and alchemize every situation in your life. That's why I said people who operate from a place of trauma, it's hard for them. And then when you're able to control your emotion, that's when you're able to control your emotion. And then when you're able to control your emotion, that's when you activate the mental constructs of your brain to where you're able to magnetize and alchemize every situation in your life. That's why I said people who operate from a place of trauma, it's hard for them to manifest. Trauma and fear and emotions is a manifestation blocker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's done yet, but shit, we already at the hour and a half mark.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he. I wanted him to come back on for one more, but if he doesn't, then it's wraps game.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely. I'm glad we was able to. It was a storm, but we was able to get calm the storm, quiet the storm, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying. That shows that black love. We have relationships, and sometimes we argue with our girl. We figure things out. We just have to figure things out. We all family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying. So.
This is another thing though, because because I've heard people all the time tell me like I need to dumb down my information or whatever, bro. Like I'm an old soul, and I was raised differently. I was raised by a masculine man. I was raised by an intelligent mother. So this is the product of what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. That's where I come from. Everybody who knows me outside of YouTube in my city, bro, like everybody knows that I've always been a highly intelligent individual. I always talk like this. So it's one of those things where, we just have to use, the mechanics, of the information in order to raise the vibration of our people. I'm not just using it to, to go over people's heads or whatever, because I want everybody to understand the information. Because you can't just be subjected to the low vibrational information and you think it's going to, create some type of metamorphosis on the planet. It's not going to work like that. You got to break the mental spell first. You got to break the mental spell, and it's cultivated by the emotions.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap this up. You guys.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. No, we all good, man. This is. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and it shows us that like everybody tries to be perfect, but sometimes. Family, even the guys back then, they used to argue. Yeah. The kings, the black, all of us used to argue back then. We still figured it out. So it's like, we're going to have disagreements with our family and our brothers and stuff like that. And it's like,
Well, you know what? Shout out to Astro Eye. Shout out to Beyond 5D for being positive. Alright. You can't go wrong with positivity for real. Because wrong and positivity are actually opposites. And they don't even go together.
I heard them. We still love each other at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, keeping the heart chakra open. Anybody watching, you ever argue with anybody, y'all can get over it. Y'all can solve it, depending on their level of observation of their ego. You know what I'm saying? But this is just the reality. 607 Unk, I've never, that was like a transformation. That was like a whole little, like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It started out intense, and then he actually so it was like a whole lesson this is going to be a very good video for a very long time, a very transformative video. It shows that how quick some of the things.
It just shows you how it really shows you the capabilities on how people who just have the surface level, the basic information, merging in with people who have higher information. You got to find that medium, and my medium in itself is the perception of it. I have to look the part in order to reach the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm just trying to, hit every pillar of knowledge to, get our people to understand everything. And I learned that from Baba. That's the science of circumology. You got to understand all perspectives to get one truth. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching. You know, we're gonna try to get a few more, more out. This was definitely a rare rare collaboration. It was us. It was unexpected, unpredictable, but it shows you sometimes the universe has bigger things in plan, and you can't always have change through light all the time. You gotta have some darkness. You know what I'm saying? Darkness is powerful. So having those moments where it's a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? And anger does come from not feeling understood. So I understood where he come from, but I'm glad that we cool. Glad we all good though.
we gotta do stuff like that. We gotta shake things up, bro. Because, like I said, man, it's one of those things where, like I said, we need higher information. So sometimes you gotta collab with other individuals in order to get the information out in the algorithm. So that's what it's all about.
Yes.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, end of transmission.
This is probably gonna be one of my longest videos. I expect it to be one of the longest videos. It was definitely a roller coaster, but there was still a lot of great information dropped. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the thing, 607 had a point. Cause listen, if you go back to the beginning of the video, or if you remember in the beginning of the video, before they even started talking, I said it, I warned y'all, and I've only seen a small sample of B-Dell before, but I warned y'all, I said he has an extensive vocabulary. So he's one of the people that you gotta really listen, because he's using words that you're not used to hearing on a daily basis. But when you really listen, it's like, okay, yeah, he's speaking some stuff. Now, to some people, that it might just go over your head, and that is true. But B-Dell is right when he says, just because of that doesn't mean, oh, I should dumb myself down the way he articulates himself, just so other people can understand it. You feel me? Why should he bring himself down? That's why, like, one of the things I've been saying too is, like, I've been having an interest in expanding my vocabulary, because my mind is so much more advanced than what I'm saying. Like, I'm over here sounding like 607. I mean, it's completely different, but completely different situations. You know what I'm saying? And my vocabulary has evolved over the last couple of years for sure, and I wanted to keep evolving, because, like I said, family, in all aspects you should be evolving. Other than all the other valuable information that was spoken about, even though half of that, or more than half of that, was a bunch of nonsense with the whole 607 wilding out and stuff, like, they could have spent that time really dropping more knowledge, but that's okay, because you still learn something from experiencing that. The whole video, everything that happened, and what I said about 607, and what B-Dell second what I said, or said the same thing right after. You learn from those situations, you know what I mean? Because I still believe what I said for sure, but it's too late, family. With whatever they try to do, whatever plants they put in, this is a mental, spiritual thing. The infiltration is gonna happen, but as long as we keep the consciousness high, you see right through it. You know what I'm saying? You keep that mind's eye open, you see right through the illusion. So I seen it right away, you feel me? But at the end of the day, we got some good knowledge. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, because we got a whole lot more content on the way. I love y'all.